Hello there everybody, this is Baby13 here, and welcome to McDonald's Tycoon. On Roblox, I decided to play this Tycoon because, for one, I used to work at McDonald's, and two, it's because I love chicken nuggets. But anyways, is that I'm here to also vlog about my experiences working at McDonald's. Which you all out there might have a different experience than me working at McDonald's, but it's just, to me, I would love to vlog about my experience working at McDonald's from my perspective. But if you all have any, what was that word again? Things that you want to talk about if you've worked at McDonald's or any restaurant in general, please put it down in the comment section below. But anyways, is that I used to work at two McDonald's. One was in Bel Air, Maryland, and another one was in Cockeysville, Maryland. And the one in Bel Air, Maryland, was actually a very nice McDonald's. I mean, like, it worked like a well-oiled machine. And I was the custodian at the time because of due to issues that I have in here, or should I say mental issues or something like that, that I might not be the best person to take orders or even talk in general. So yeah. Oh, who is he? Guest 2810. Hello, Guest 2810. Welcome to my McDonald's. But anyways, as I was saying, is that I was a custodian, or a janitor, if you so will to say it. Is that, man, darn that person getting in the way of my commentary. Okay, as I was saying, is that I do have issues in here that I'm still working on in order for me to talk to people. So you all might be able to see me snap at some point, but hopefully that you're okay about that. And oh yes, I did manage to push a whole lot of buttons in the background, but that is just because these Tycoons ended up being a waiting game at some point or another. So I had to go ahead and just, you know, do the waiting game. And oh yes, I was saying that I was a custodian. Yes, that's right. Darn, these ideas have been getting in the way of my commentary. Okay, so once again, I do apologize if I am repeating things. It's just I do lose track of thoughts sometimes. But anyways, is that I was a custodian at the time because I was pretty good with working with my hands, and also is that I really am not that good when it comes to talking to people. I just don't know why. I'm just not that good. It's like every time I try to talk to a girl, or even a fellow guy, or something like that, I just end up having these, ended up being awkward. I just don't know why. But anyways, is that I learned my lesson when it comes to talking to people, that I am not that good yet. And I still am not that good when it comes to talking to people. And if you all have situations involving, if you all have any kind of thoughts and stuff like that when it comes to being at McDonald's, or any restaurant in general, please put it down in the comment section below. I would love to hear about your restaurant stories. But anyways, is that, in the Cockeysville McDonald's, I used to be like a drive-thru person because it seems that the customers like me a lot, which I'm not so sure why. I guess it's my voice or something like that. I don't know, because I had compliments from a few customers saying that I sound like a machine, but I mean, like, this is my voice, so how in the world am I supposed to sound? Which was cool though. I love being complimented, especially when I sound like a machine, which I don't intend to do that. And also, I got another voice comment from a person, which I definitely gotta recheck out the comment, but he says, stop trying to sound like Professor Egad. Well, Professor Egad is definitely a person who I love in Luigi's Mansion. And he was a pretty cool guy, but I don't think I sound like him. What do you all think? Do I sound like Professor Egad from Luigi's Mansion? Put it down in the comment section below, please. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I used to be a drive-thru person. And man, it was a pretty tough job being a drive-thru person. It's like, sometimes, it's like I take the order, and then I made sure I got everything down, and then And then I get then I say, hello, your total is this and this. And then they gave me the money, and then another order comes on my headset, and then my manager is saying, because the way it's like the way I am, it's like I have to make sure that I give the customer undivided attention and stuff like that. So I had the customer on the headset saying that, please, I'll be right with you. And then the manager did tell me saying, please, Serge, don't do that. And then I was like, okay, I'll try not to do that, but sort of I had to do it at some point, one way or another. But just because the way I am, then I lose track of thought and stuff like that. So I have to make sure that the customers are happy, though. Well, to the best of my ability, anyway. What else I don't want to discuss about by my experience in McDonald's? Oh man, it's like the managers are very nice people and everything. It's just sometimes the job could be stressful, especially during rush hour and stuff like that. It's like in the McDonald's that I used to work for, the one in Cockeysville, Maryland, it was actually a pretty small McDonald's. I mean, like a pretty small sized crew. Like it was only me and one of my coworkers, to a point where if one of the coworkers took a break, which was indeed cool to take breaks and stuff like that, because everyone should take a break during their work job and stuff like that. But if one person took a break, then that would just mess up how the machine works. You know what I mean? Like if you have like a car engine and it breaks down at some point, well, this is the same thing, except where the engine cannot run without all the parts. I mean, without one, man, I'm not a car mechanic, even though I play most of my car, but you get the idea, though. But anyways, is that I was pretty good at doing a drive-thru, but I was not the best, though. I admit that. Oh yeah, we're getting that roof in. And, man, see what I mean? I am not that good when it comes to making conversations. Let's see here. What else do I want to talk about? Oh yeah, the customers are great. I mean, it's like the customers are great, and of course my fellow coworkers are great as well. It's like me and some of the coworkers had conversations, but suddenly I just feel that I'm making myself look awkward because they are just too smart for me. But anyways, is that I try to talk about video games to my coworkers at some point, but then they were saying, huh? I don't play games. And then I was like, what? Who in the world doesn't play games? And so I had a conversation about video games with a few customers. And they were like, okay, dude, you're cool. Why don't we go ahead and play some video games at some point? I was like, okay, sure. Let's see here. What else do I want to talk about? Oh yeah, that is one awesome looking McDonald's. Let's see here. What else did I want to talk about? Oh yeah, about doing things in the kitchen. Because I am really good when it comes to doing things with my hands. I'm pretty darn good at it. It's just, I'm guessing the manager doesn't want me to be around the kitchen. I don't know. What do you all think? It's like I try to ask the manager at some point, saying, manager, may I please learn about the kitchen and stuff like that? Which I think I said that. Man, it hasn't been in quite some time since the last time I worked at McDonald's. What else? Oh yeah, sometimes working at McDonald's could be a bit stressful because of rush hour sometimes. It's like, just as long as the crew can work together and stuff like that, then the rush hour will be easy. But there will be times when I just snap at the manager because because I am not that good at keeping track of what the customers say, because sometimes it's like when I was in the drive-thru, it's like I heard a coworker taking the customer's order, and then sometimes the customer wants to add something a little extra, so yeah. So it's fine though, everything is all good and dandy and stuff like that, which I don't mind that. Everyone has their opinions and changing their minds and stuff like that, which is entirely cool, but it's just, man, what was I supposed to say? Man, darn these ideas. Oh yeah, I was saying something about taking care of the customer's orders and stuff like that, which, is that everything was good and dandy and everything. It's just sometimes it's that when a customer changes their mind, or when a customer adds something a little extra, it just makes the things a tiny bit complicated, which I know it's no one's fault. It's just that me and the coworkers should have been more prepared when it comes to that kind of situations. And it was in the middle of rush hour, so yeah, some people were panicking because of some things here and there. Well, that's from what I saw anyway. But anyways, the customers are great and everything. So I'm not blaming the customer, and I'm not blaming... Yeah, I'm definitely am not blaming the customer. It's just me and my coworkers should have been more prepared for situations like that. It's just, when I was working at McDonald's, I really did love the customers. I mean, like, I really am trying my best to respect the customers and stuff like that. It's just, some of them could be a bit of a, you know, which I'm not saying that word. But don't get me wrong, not all of them are like that. It's just some. But still, I love the customers nonetheless, though. Let's see here, what else do I want to talk about? Oh yeah, my job at the, let's see here, but I also have secondary duties in McDonald's. It's like, when there is nothing, it's like when there is no customers around, I have to be the custodian as well. And that is just because that sometimes my coworkers could be on break, and sometimes my coworkers are not around at the time, and so I was like, why not take it upon myself to make sure that the restaurant is clean for the customers and stuff like that. Which was indeed cool. What do you all think? If you all think that working McDonald's could be a good experience for you all, or something like that, please put it down in the comment section below. It's like someday I would really love to own a restaurant at some point, but I know I gotta have a lot more experience in the restaurant business in order for me to own one. Let's see here, was there anything else I would like to talk about? There we go. Let's get some green in there. Let's get that in there. There we go. Oh yeah, that's beautiful right there. Okay. I'm not sure what else to talk about. Oh yeah, we did have some good times. Yeah, I definitely had a lot of good times working at McDonald's. I mean, like, during the rush hour, me and a few co-workers decided to have some pizza, because the rush hour was that crazy that we all became so hungry that we just ate some pizza. Matter of fact, I decided to get it was during the time of my Cockeysville McDonald's job that the rush hour was so crazy that almost none of my coworkers ate something, and so I was like, that's not right. And so I figured I took it upon myself and ordered a Pizza Hut pizza for my coworkers, and they all thanked me for that, which was indeed awesome. And And let's see here. And oh yes, there was this there was a few times where my family wants me to head on over to my job and order some food for them, because you know that McDonald's employees have special discounts because they are working there. And so I was like, okay. And then my mom and my sister wrote down what they want from McDonald's. So I walked out to my McDonald's that I worked in, because it was pretty darn close to my house anyway. And that I ordered the food, and then sometimes my manager was saying, is that, hey Moro, can you please work? Yeah, I mean, like, hey Moro, can you please work today? I mean, tomorrow and stuff like that. Then I was like, I am sorry, but I had plans on the days that I was off. And then she's like, and then he or she was like, okay, I guess I can understand that. And then I was like, saying like, I am happy that my manager understood that I had things to take care of on my days off. I thought my manager would be mad at me saying that I said no to him or her for a sec, but they were cool though. They were cool. They were understandable and stuff like that. What else do I want to talk about? Let's see here. What's there? This one? Is that a cash register? Let's see here. Let's go and take a look outside to see how awesome the McDonald's looks. Oh yeah, that McDonald's is looking awesome. Oh yeah, we're making so much money right now. Okay, so anything over here that doesn't involve Robux? Nope, nothing over there that involves Robux. Okay, let's go ahead and go over here and get a parking lot going. You know, parking lot is definitely the heart and soul of any McDonald's. Darn it, I don't have 1500 bucks right now. Okay, oh, there I go. I can see me now. I am definitely in the $1,500 range. Boom. Guys, that was a parking lot. Just like that one song, just like an old saying goes, if you see a big paradise, you definitely gotta put up that parking lot no matter what you do. Because that parking lot is definitely a big paradise. You can definitely do a whole lot of things in the parking lot. Like, it depends on how empty the parking lot is. Like, you can practically go skateboarding in the parking lot. You could possibly do some trick biking in the parking lot, maybe some BMX riding in the parking lot. There's a whole lot of things you could do in an empty parking lot. Let's see here. I think that's about it for my experiences working in McDonald's. Yeah, I think that is as far as I can go when it comes to having my experiences in McDonald's. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, or perhaps, as I do believe I said so before, is that maybe you all would tell me about your McDonald's experiences, or restaurant experiences in general. But anyway, so hopefully that you all had a good time watching me nearly fail at when it comes to making a vlog and doing gameplay at the same time. You know, hoping that you all had a good day, and I hope to see you again next time. Take care of yourselves, everybody. There we go. Okay, and so for right now, let us sleep a bit. I'm sure